It's time, guys. It's time. All right, guys. It's time to tackle the project I have been avoiding for way too long. I either need to decide I can't do it or just get it done because it is like looming over my shoulder and making me feel blech about it. So this is something you'll probably rarely hear me say on here. I don't like the pattern. I don't know if it's just badly written or if I'm just so used to making my own crochet patterns that it's like just weird to follow someone else's. Like, it's been a while, kind of. To tell you the truth, there's actually something I have been working on. As I make a mess. This is a beautiful pattern. I've been following someone else's pattern and I loved making it. I haven't finished it, so it's slightly tucked back. I might not even finish it. I might actually make it the small thing because it's supposed to go in my daughter's like space. This is beautiful. This was a beautifully, simply written pattern that I loved doing. Okay, so with that being said, it might just be it's a really bad written pattern. So I either have to decide I can make this and just like grit my teeth and finish it, or I gotta get to the end of this day and be like, it's not gonna happen. So this does not normally happen to me. Normally, if it's like one of my sock patterns, there are sock patterns I have purchased and I have not made. No, because I've read it and I'm like, oh, that doesn't even make sense. And there's some, obviously I've purchased and I just haven't made because we all have our awesome pattern stashes. I think we all have as big of pattern stashes as we do yarn stashes. So you will rarely see me show you a pattern I don't actually love because I understand whoever made this pattern and some of the other patterns that someone's behind them and they loved making them. And which is also why I haven't necessarily even given you guys ever a pattern, because I understand how important it is to make sure that your pattern is really well written and understandable. And so, yes, that's actually one reason why I haven't really shown you guys anything I have created, because I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense. Here's the thing. I believe this pattern was translated. And that literally could be the missing link and like me reading it in my language. You know, like if I was reading this pattern in their language, I don't know. But yeah. So you will rarely see me. I feel like I'm just being so critical. You'll rarely see me show you a pattern that I can just be like, guys, I didn't like it. I don't know. And it could just be, and it's like, you know, with people, you meet a friend. I don't know if you've ever heard of the term kindred spirit, very Anna Green Gables. And maybe some patterns just is our kindred spirit and it's a kindred spirit to someone else. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, you can fully create something from this pattern. It just is not jiving with my reading it and trying to create something from it. So I've gone back and forth on even ever making anything about this, but I'm kind of hoping me making this video will get this done, because it's actually supposed to be a Christmas present. It was supposed to be a birthday present earlier this year that I ended up asking if I could wait until Christmas. I hoped that when I opened up the thing that I suddenly would be like, oh, never mind, this all made so much sense, and it totally makes sense. I'm just finding there's like extra steps in it that don't make sense to me. Suggestions that don't make sense to me, which I was like, well, maybe in some countries it is crocheted differently. Which is, again, I'm like, is this a translation thing that if I was from their country, it would make sense why that's even in it? Where in here, I'm like, but that's how we crochet it. That's how we crochet. So, like I said, it could 100% be a translation thing, and either the person that helped them translate it doesn't know how to crochet, so they didn't even like think to maybe suggest like, oh, maybe we don't need to put that in there, or it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't, maybe I just have, I don't know. So guys, let's do this. Let's hope my motivation of making you guys a video will motivate me to get this finished. I really hope so, because I do want to get this done, and we'll see. I also have a cut finger. I was cutting food for dinner last night, and I just barely hit my finger, but it hurts, and it's like I took the Band-Aid off last night thinking it was totally fine, and then I looked down and realized my finger was bleeding. I'm just hoping I didn't get blood on any yarn, because I was like moving yarn around. It was after I moved some of the yarn that I realized it was bleeding again. So let's hope that her finger doesn't affect my feelings about this even more. Guys, this is terrible. Should I even show you this video? I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe you guys won't even see this by the end. We'll see. Or I might be texting the person that I'm making this for and be like, I can't do it. This pattern is terrible. Oh, I feel so, like I said, I understand that every person who makes a pattern, there's like a human behind every pattern, and so it's like you don't want to be like, oh, you're so stupid, because they're not stupid, and they put time into creating this, and it's hard to create a pattern, and it's hard to create a pattern that other people can follow. It's hard. So I get it. Maybe this just isn't my kindred spirit of a pattern. I don't know. Maybe that's actually, like I said, maybe some patterns are kindred spirits to us, just like people, and some patterns are not. At the current moment, this pattern is definitely a not. All right, guys, let's start crocheting. Okay, I'm back. Another weird thing. I'm telling you, this is like probably the most critical you're gonna see me, or like grumpy or negative. I don't even know what to call it. I started with this because I got myself a brand new pack of crochet hooks, and I've used it a lot, and I'm super glad I got it. This is an awesome pack. Like, if you need some knit picks, the bright crochet hook set, it's just a good starter kit of crochet hooks, and they're pretty, and I like the bottoms that are soft like that. I think there's a proper name for it, and Heidi has no idea what it's called. But my yarn was not going off this super, like, it was weirdly making my yarn feel smooth, or tight. And some cotton yarn, I've noticed the quality is not as good, and that can happen. But I was like, what's the chances because I switched my hook? That's why this is happening. Guess what? It's because I switched my hook. So I went back to my trusty old orangey, goldy, weird colored one. So if you're noticing in videos that like there's this and some and this and the other, that's why, because apparently it matters. I don't know. Like, the metal is not as shiny on this, but you would think that the smoother metal would like make it smoother, not harder and tighter and weird. It was weird. I don't know. So like I said, I've used these for other things, for picking up stitches and stuff in my knitting actually, and I've loved them. So, and I'm looking forward to utilizing the tiny hooks for potentially maybe making some amigurumi out of some of my like scrappy yarn from my socks. I'm really excited. Okay, gotta focus on this project. Let's not talk about the other projects we want to be working on. Okay guys, I gave up. I can't make it. It makes no sense. I can't remake it. It's not worth the stress to try. I'm sure I could look at the picture and like remake it. It's not worth the stress. I already texted the person I was making it for was like, I can't do it. So it's a fail. It's a genuine fail. So I'm gonna take these little pieces that I have made. I might make a little monster out of it, because what else am I guess I could take them out, but I don't even want to do that. Honestly, if I don't make a monster out of it, I think I'm throwing it in the trash can. Is that terrible? That might be terrible. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go do that, and then you guys get to see the monster. Okay guys, we have bird, goofiest bird ever? I don't even know what's happening right now. Monster? Monster bird. I don't know. This is the whole concept. When you have lemons, make lemonade. And we got hysterical, funny and goofy little friend here. I don't even know. Have you guys ever had a pattern like this where you just can't make it? Like that's... It happens. It 100% happens. But this works. I added my my wings. I made those up real quick because one of my kids asked me why I didn't have arms. I was like, actually, I can make wings happen. So anyway, I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Thank you for joining me on this very random video of failure. All right, I hope to catch you in another video. Bye.